All right, let's get right into this. We always talk about heroes fighting villains, but what happens when they start fighting the actual laws of reality? I mean, what happens when they ascend so far beyond our own understanding that they get the attention of the universe's ultimate powers? Today, we're talking about what happens when the entire cosmic hierarchy gets turned on its head.
So picture this. We're on the crumbling remains of Battleworld, Earth's greatest minds. We're talking Reed Richards, Dr. Doom, Professor X. They've done it. They've achieved this kind of collective spiritual evolution, stepping outside that endless, grinding cycle of conflict. But an act of peace this big, well, it doesn't go unnoticed. It sends a shockwave through the cosmos, like ringing a dinner bell at the absolute top of the food chain.
And when you ring that bell, you don't exactly get a polite knock on the door. No, you get a visit from the entities who believe they are the door, the walls, and the entire house. The ultimate cosmic authorities have arrived, and they are here to pass judgment. I want you to just imagine looking up and seeing the sky itself become a face made of swirling nebulae and countless galaxies. That's the arrival of eternity, the literal embodiment of the entire multiverse. And right beside him, the living tribunal, the supreme judge of all cosmic law. To us, they're basically gods, but to our newly awakened heroes, there's something else entirely. They are the ultimate expression of the known. Now, these beings, they aren't here to pop champagne and celebrate. From their perspective, this mass spiritual awakening isn't enlightenment. Oh no, it's a fundamental violation of cosmic order. It's a system error, a glitch in the matrix, and they've shown up to perform a very, very forceful reboot. So the living tribunal just lays it all out, the fundamental law of their reality. The universe as they see it, it isn't built for peace. It actually thrives on the energy of two. That constant churning cycle of conflict, of birth and destruction. The heroes haven't just found peace, they've broken the engine of existence, and the tribunal is the mechanic who's come to fix it. And then eternity drops the ultimate appeal to authority. It's not just a rule keeper, it's claiming to be the very definition of truth itself. It's basically saying, the box you all live in, that's it. That's everything that exists, so get back in it. But our heroes are about to show them that there's a whole universe outside the box. This is where everything shifts. The whole thing goes from a potential cosmic brawl to a battle of pure philosophy. The hero's response isn't some energy blast, it's a cosmic correction. And it's delivered by, of all people, the one and only Dr. Doom. And there it is, the heart of the whole thing. Doom doesn't throw a single punch. He just redefines the entire battlefield. He looks the embodiment of everything in the face and says, you've made a critical mistake. You've confused reality with truth. He's saying, sure, you are the sum of all known things, but that just makes you the biggest, grandest illusion of them all, not the fundamental principle. So let's break down this pretty radical idea. On one hand, you've got reality, what they call the known. It's everything inside the system. It's observable, it's provable, it's absolutely magnificent. But, and this is the key, it's temporary. Then you have truth, the unknown. That's everything outside the system. It's that infinite, unknowable potential, and it's the only thing that's truly permanent. Building right on Doom's point, Reed Richards steps in. And he doesn't just argue with these cosmic gods, he shows them his work. He lays out the terrifyingly beautiful equations for the entire architecture of existence. Okay, this is where it gets a little mind-bending, so stick with me. Reed basically reveals the universe's source code. Think of it like this. 0 is the infinite, blank page of all possibilities. From that page, 1 emerges. That's the ink, the raw potential. That ink is then used to write 2, which is our chaotic, messy reality of endless conflict. But the heroes, they found a new state, 3. They've become pure consciousness, able to lift themselves off the stormy page of 2 and simply watch the infinite silent 0 from a safe distance. And with that, their goal becomes crystal clear. See, they're not trying to destroy reality at all. They're just opting out. They're unsubscribing from the chaotic cycle of set 2 and moving into the quiet observation deck of set 3. This isn't an attack, it is an ascension. And in this single moment, everything changes. For the very first time, Eternity and the Living Tribunal look past the edges of their own existence. They gaze into that 0 that Reed described, and they finally perceive their own impermanence. The totality of everything realizes it's just a temporary island in an infinite, silent ocean. So what happens when the gods realize they aren't the end-all be-all? Well, the cosmic war everyone was expecting just fizzles out. It's replaced by a shared, profound, and completely silent understanding. And in the end, it's Professor X who delivers the final, gentle checkmate. There's no attack, no gloating, just pure compassion. He extends an invitation to the very gods who came to destroy them, telling them they don't have to fight their own ending. They too can step off the wheel. They can find peace. And they accept. The ultimate conflict doesn't end with a punch or a snap or a reboot. It ends with gods and mortals sitting together in absolute silence, just watching the sheer beauty of the infinite unknown unfold. A battle that was won not with power, but with a better perspective. Which, it leaves us with one last pretty profound thought. In a universe that's completely defined by its endless cycle of struggle and conflict, what does it actually mean for the very idea of conflict to be transcended? What happens to a story when the fighting finally truly stops?